Hi friends, I'm Deb. Today I'm going to show you how to change the fabric on your sling chairs, just in time to store them for winter. Always topical here, friends. Always topical. For more hot topics, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hot Topics.
But first.
I don't know if any of you guys watched the Emmys, but I sure was happy to see Cedric the Entertainer hosting.
I've liked him since he was just starting out, and he was Cedric the
I'm friends with his brother, Tim the janitor. I noticed I created a hole in 2 chairs because of the way I sat with my outdoor slippers. Not to be confused with my indoor slippers that have now become my outdoor slippers because my outdoor slippers have now become my pottery slippers and I have no more indoor slippers. But that's a topic for another day. Actually, we just discussed all there was to discuss. No other day necessary. I thought there was a bird pecking a hole in each of these chairs, and my husband said, yeah, there's a bird pecking a hole in the exact same spot on 2 different chairs. And I was like, yes, I know. How weird. No, I'm kidding. It was me. I'm the bird. But second first. Our segment, Lost at Sea, compares 2 things that look alike. Today's Lost at Sea is near and dear to my heart. I used to watch reruns of this old game show, What's My Line? There was this woman, Arlene Francis.
Does it go around? Could it go around? Well, you're wondering what I'm going to ask you what it goes around, aren't you?
She lit up the room and she reminded me of somebody. And for years, I could not place who she reminded me of. Bam! Martha Stewart? These 2. Lost at sea. Things that will help tremendously with this project are clamps that turn around and work as spreaders and 2 other people to do it for you. Oh, you're such a devil.
You're terrible, Muriel.
I decided to only buy enough fabric to replace the seats of the chairs because let's face it, this could have sat on my to-do list for a couple of years. I watched a few videos and figured I'd give it a go. I'll link to the most helpful video below, but I did some things differently, so let me show you what I did.
First, start with a ripped chair. Turn it over and remove the bolts from one side only. Make sure you rotate the wrench in the correct direction. I've edited out me turning the bolt the wrong way to Hulk-like tightness. You should now be able to push the metal bar down and out of the way. You should kind of just push out. Oh, that was easy. The old seat should slide right out. Here, a plier will help. And by a plier, I mean 2 strong neighbors. I used an X-Acto knife to cut away enough stitching to pull the piping through because I'm going to reuse it. I mean, why not? Keep the old seat intact to use it as a template. I saw the front and back of the seat were just raw edged and folded in, so I started by sewing that in place using the depth of the old seat as my measurement. If you are reusing your piping, notice the curve and keep them pointing in the same direction. I chalked out where I wanted my final width to be, folded the fabric over the piping, and clipped it into place. Here the experts tell you not to do this, but using my old seat as a guide worked for me. Here's where I forget to fold the ends in so I don't leave more raw edges, but I added my hem in later, so save yourself some time and always double check my work. Remember the age-old saying, measure once, cut twice. That's how it goes, right? At the sewing machine, I change to a zipper foot, adjust my needle all the way to the right, lengthen my stitch, and sew as close to the piping as I can, holding my fingers tight to ensure the piping is snug inside the fabric. Now we have to put it all back together. The curve from the piping is at the front of the chair, so I keep that in mind as I slide it back into place. This might take some finagling. Here's where the spreaders might help you. Before you tighten the bolts back up, you need to place the bar that you dislodged so easily earlier back into place. If your fabric is the correct tautness, this part might be difficult. Place the spreaders on the bar near to where the bolts tighten, and this will help tremendously. Once we've tightened the bolts, we're ready to test our handiwork and pray we don't fall through. My husband says my mismatched end result looks like a Blue Crush-inspired bikini, which he has convinced me is a thing. Or is that just his way to stare at Kate Bosworth pictures on the www?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, because let's face it, I'll be home most likely. Stay safe. You stay home too. You got chairs to reslink now. See you next time. I'm gonna show you how to read Hot Topics.